CPMA CEUs. This is a question for the monthly question and answer webinar. Thank you very much, Jean. I am scheduled to take the CPMA exam in December and wondered how difficult it is going to be to find CEUs to keep that accreditation. You know, this is something to consider. It's very smart of you to be proactive and think about that, but let me tell you, it's not going to be as bad as you think. So, for one thing, anybody that teaches a specific credential, has a course in that credential, is going to offer CEUs in it, at least if they're a good program. And we, in fact, have credential or CEUs that you can use for that, and you betcha we're going to have a lot more in the near future.
You betcha.
You betcha. That's what they say up north. Now you can always get you can always get CEUs from us as general CEUs. We have lots of CEUs. We have the Modifier CEU package that Laureen wrote, the NM CEU package that she wrote, and then we have On-Demand CEUs, as well as the CEUs that we all mentioned at the beginning of the course, where like the MTA is 40 CEUs, and you know, it wouldn't be a specialty, but it would be a general CEU for sure. Now, this is what you need to know, that maintaining certification membership is required to be renewed annually, and every 2 years you have to turn in your CEUs. And there's a tracker on the AAPC website for you. Let's see.
And you're not turning in the physical CEU certificate. You need to hold that in case you're audited. You're just basically submitting those index numbers as you go along. So they're kind of in pending mode. And then when you're ready to say, okay, my 2 years is up, I'm submitting these. These satisfy my maintaining my credential.
Right. Mine is due in October, my renewal for the year, and you know, I have more CEUs than I need, and I can hit the button and submit them now at any time, because a little pop-up tells me that, you know, it's all right to submit your CEUs now. And I have a hard copy of all of my CEUs, which I was trying to see if I have. I keep them in a folder in a little clear sleeve, and I have been audited. The very first year that I became certified, I was audited. So it doesn't matter if you're new. There's no rhyme or reason how they check you. But this is what you need to have. If you have one certification, you're going to get 36 CEUs every 2 years. And here's the specialty. So that CPMA 24 must be related to auditing. But look down here. Da-da-da-da. That's all broke down. Effective 10/1 of 2014, a new policy on CEU requirements. And I tried to make this bigger, guys. I pulled it from the AAPC website, and it didn't let me make it bigger, but I can take you to the AAPC website. In fact, I think it's
good.
Right here.
Good.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here it is.
But it's good to show them how to get there so they can do it on
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so so go to certifications, or you go to. I had to sign out because I figured you didn't want to see mine. But click on continuing education, and you just hover over these and they pop up. Okay, there we go. Say you want to find certifications in your area, then you just come in here and say, okay, a specialty. I'm a CPMA. You'd put here. You can put in your zip code, and let me just do this for you real quick if my computer is still thinking. So let's say CPMA, which I am going to test for in the very near future, and 63105. Very impressive zip code, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm poor, but I get to, I live at the seminary, so therefore I get to be in a very affluent area. I didn't know how popular that zip code was until someone informed me of it. Okay, so then I get to look down here, and what? All these credentials are good, and the dates, where they are 50. See, I can go to Illinois. I'm right there on the cusp of it. And there's online, a webinar, you know, and then look, no prices. Local chapters, all these local chapters are doing stuff where you can get free CEUs. We offer free CEUs. When you come to the this every month, the webinar that we do, you'll always get a general CEU, but we've had specialties in the past. This month we didn't actually have any specialties, but I think we have for the last 3, we did have specialties. So that's important to know.
So the color coding under credentials, that
yes,
matches up with the core credentials?
Yeah, see there's approved for CPPM, the one that Joanne is teaching, and then CPMA. So this is all specialties here is going to get this in that local chapter. It's a big deal for them to do that. They have to request and prove that they've got content. So this tells me that Bangor, Maine, has a pretty impressive chapter. They're on the ball.
And CCO is under the other vendors tab because we're not the AAPC. So.
Correct. We're other vendors. And so if you want to, it's continuing education. Say, well, I can't remember how many I need to have. We'll go to CEU Help under coding education, continuing education. And that little thing that I copy and pasted, it was from this little area right here. My computer's thinking, ding, 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 ding. There it goes. And this is the ones, but then it says, oh, guess what? There's been a change. So the number of CEUs due every 2 years are as follows. For one core or specialty credential, 36. Now come down here and say you've got the CPMA and you're a CPC as well. So 40 CEUs for 2 credentials. 8 in the specialty if one is one of these specialties, CPMA. So you have to have 40 every 2 years, but you got to get 8 in the credential there.
So they're letting you let them overlap. You don't have to have
Correct.
24 plus 24 plus 24. You just need to make sure they're spread out a little bit.
Because
and the tracker will prompt you.
Yeah, this is the way it was before. You had 36, and if you have the CPMA, but 24 of those had to be in auditing, and if you had 2 credentials, you had to get 48. So anyway, it's interesting, and this is where you find straight from the horse's mouth what how many you need, but ultimately, if you struggle with finding CEUs, there's lots of paid places to get CEUs. We offer very inexpensive CEUs, in my opinion, and we offer free CEUs. There's a lot of free CEUs out there. So yeah, don't let that bother you, but it was very smart of you to think of that and consider that as something that you need to look into.
Get more CPC exam tips, coding certification training, and CEU credits. Go to www.codingcertification.org.